Hey there, this is Christina Marassi of ChristinaMarassi.com, and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to have story time. So I'm wondering if you will join me for my favorite bedtime book. This is a beautiful gift I got at Christmas from Cynthia Kersey of the Unstoppable Foundation. Now if you come in close, you'll see that these are children in Africa outside of a schoolhouse, and they are holding a sign that says, "Thank you, ecstatic wealth." So this is an incredible gift that Cynthia Kersey sent me because myself and my community helped to raise enough, $25,000 worth, to sponsor a village in Africa for 5 years. Now this village is having a new school built, and they're getting medical supplies and clean water and income training and all of these amazing things that is really going to help to change their lives. And this is something that really drives me because I've done some research and read some books about how people think we can actually truly make great change on the planet. And one of the things I've read is it's about educating the young girls. So if I want to maximize my impact in the world, that's something I definitely want to help do. And also it's pretty cool. In my 20s, I did an incredible 5-week trip to Africa, 2 weeks in Egypt and 3 weeks on a camping safari all around Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda. And so it's something that's near and dear to my heart. And so I wanted to share this with you today for a couple of reasons. One, because the Unstoppable Foundation Gala is coming up on Saturday, March 21st in Los Angeles. It is seriously my favorite night of the year. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. And then also, it's such a good reminder for me about why I do what I do. Because I ain't gonna lie, there are days when I'm not in the mood to get up out of bed and put myself out there and deal with my business and potentially some tricky clients and all that it entails to reach the amount of success that I've been able to do in kind of a short amount of time. And sometimes it's really intense, and it's sort of part of the path, it's not for the faint of heart, but at the same time, when I have a moment to remember why I do this, I personally am not someone that motivated by money, and I imagine many of you watching are also not that motivated by money, and some of you may be too, which is also awesome. So it's important for each one of us to get clear on what does motivate us, because on those days when it's a little bit darker than others, we need to remember our why. And that can kind of kickstart us to do what it takes to bring our gifts together, to figure out our niche, to get out into the world, to create our signature high-end program, to learn to love marketing, to learn to love enrollment conversations, to be making business referral partnerships. I mean, all of it. All the different pieces of business that are super important to creating success all have a deeper meaning when you're connected to why you do what you do. So I wanted to ask you that today. What is your deeper why? For me, it's about stepping into my power and fulfilling my mission on the planet and living into the glory of my full expression and helping to be a part of the massive change on this planet. I mean, an entire village in Africa is going to have their lives changed because I got up and out there and gathered people in the room for my Ecstatic Wealth live event, 120 people from all around the world, and all of us raised our hand to say, I want to help. So that motivates me. Now, if you've been following along, I have been sharing my roadmap to how to become a confident business diva. Because for me, sometimes when we're learning business, we get all these different little pieces piecemeal, and we don't necessarily see the bird's eye view of the whole picture. So I wanted to make a video series to support you and kind of seeing the lay of the land so that you can know what it takes. And so you can know what step goes before the next step, so that you can sort of chop wood, carry water, in order to find your way to success, to achieve your deeper why, and to lead your missions and your movements. So I'd love to invite you to that video series. If you haven't seen it yet, you can find the link somewhere on this page where my team has put it. And in closing, I want to share a little bit more about the book, and then also share with you this the Unstoppable Foundation Gala in Saturday, March 21st in Los Angeles. I will be there, and it is seriously my favorite night of the year. This will be my fourth or fifth time going, I think. So what happens is there's a who's who of the internet marketing industry in the room, like Bob Proctor and Lisa Sasevich and like top folks. And it's amazing, and everybody really dresses up. We get to dance together on a dance floor, and then it's for a good cause to help raise money for the Unstoppable Foundation. So tickets are at a certain price now, and they're going up in March 1st. So if you have any interest, it'd be great to see you there. We'll also include that link somewhere. And then in closing, I just wanted to share a little bit more from this incredible book. I was so touched to receive this. It's like proof. I mean, that the school is being erected as we speak. So, and it's the Nsungwani village in Kenya. I forgot to say that part. So how cool, you know, you guys, I talk about how to bring all your gifts together and that everything you've ever done is a part of your mission and your movement. So I went to Africa in my 20s. Isn't that amazing that I somehow got connected to an organization that helps to build schools in Africa? So there's a way that everything you have done as well is meant to be part of your business. Just FYI. Okay, so a little bit here. There's a global education crisis. 57 million children around the world are not attending primary school. That's the equivalent of every child in the USA 14 years old or younger. Did you hear that? Every child in the USA 14 years old or younger. So without an education, these children won't be able to earn an income or lift themselves out of poverty. So education is really proven to yield a larger impact than any other form of help or aid. So this is like, there's such a beautiful education here. 43% of those 57 million children out of school live in the sub-Saharan Africa. That's why the Unstoppable Foundation started our work in East Africa. It's also where I went on that trip. Kind of amazing, right? So there's a lot in here. This is beautiful. But check this out. Before the Unstoppable Foundation went into these villages, check out what the school looked like. Basically kind of a dilapidated mud hut. And now this is what the schools look like. Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, it just gives me shivers. They also show like before the clean water that they bring into the villages, the women were having to, the nearest water source was a dirty river 7.5 miles away. Women and girls would spend as many as 6 to 8 hours a day fetching contaminated water that made them sick. Very sad. And so here is what it looks like as they're building the new water setup. So there's a lot more here, but I just wanted to share that with you because this is my deeper why. So I want to know what your deeper why is, because this pathway is not for the faint of heart. When you're really ready to get your mission and your movement out into the world and to have a big impact and to step into all of your gifts and to support people and changing their lives, you will need days when you need deep motivation. So please, in the comment section below, I'd love to hear your deeper why, and then please also check out my new video series on the roadmap of becoming a confident business diva. And thank you for joining me for story time today. All right, lots of love, everyone. Take care.